Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás, mi amor Alicia? Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, and today we're playing Nancy Drew the Shattered Medallion Collector's Edition! Yes, I am super excited. Today is actually not the last day of Shattered Medallion. This Sunday will be, because I will be doing the achievements in that particular video. Today, the phone call with Jamila. I realize we have not been calling her very much, and we do need to be talking to her about quite a few things, really. In fact, I actually checked what would be happening if we did call her, and oh my gosh, we actually do need to be listening to this particular conversation. I would be telling you the difference between Collector's Edition and the regular game, but considering where we are with Shattered Medallion, I'm pretty sure you're already familiar with it. If not, you can go ahead and check the previous video. The link provided is going to be in the description box below. There's also the playlist. I recommend the playlist because it will have everything that I've done so far with Nancy Drew the Shattered Medallion Collector's Edition. There are a few things that I do want to mention though. Well, few, I should say several. There's like 3 or 4 things. One, the Shattered Medallion is actually based on a book, and I'll probably be talking about that at the end of the video. I have no idea how long the video is going to be, actually, considering how much is left. The book that Shattered Medallion is based on is called Real Fake. It is actually a super mystery, I believe, in the Girl Detective binding. I believe that's the purple and yellow binding. I do have pictures of that book, so I will be putting it in the video. If you want a free copy of the book, I will provide a link to a free copy of it, actually, in the description box below. And I'm saying free copy because I actually found a website earlier this year where you can actually look up books and actually get a book on loan for 2 weeks. Seriously, 2 weeks. You don't have to pay anything. All you need to do is create an account. You can have 5 books on loan at a time. Other than that, you're free to get whatever books you want. The website is archive.org or openlibrary.org. Either one works. It takes you to the same place. The website is great. I've been there a couple of times just to get Nancy Drew books. They have so many different Nancy Drew books. In fact, I think there might have been a couple of cookbooks or even audiobooks. I'm like, wait, what? Wow. Okay. So definitely go over there if ever you want to read a Nancy Drew book and you don't have a copy of it. Okay, point 2. The interface you're seeing, the menu screen you're seeing right now is actually sort of new. Her Interactive updated it in game number 28, Ghost of Thornton Hall. I actually really like it. They actually added 2 new features to the interface, which I super like, partly because there are some times where I just want to do the gameplay, and I actually will be showing you an example of that when we're in the game, which is about one feature called Fast Convo. Like I said, I will be showing you an example of that when we're in the game, because I think I accidentally did that in the previous video, and I'm like, oops. So, oopsie doodles. The second feature is actually connected to one of the achievements, and that achievement, or award, is spoiler-free. Yeah, I do apologize for having that spoiler-free achievement lit. I actually did record the ending of it last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, in hopes to edit it and upload it during my pet sitting week. I was hoping to edit it, but it turned out that I did not have enough time to put the mic audio of the footage on Dropbox so that I could edit it, so that I could do post-production of it. So I had 2 debates on whether to re-record everything or just say no videos for the week. Doing no videos for the week was a good idea, actually, because normally when I do pet sitting, I shut out all social media, including my emails, really. Unfortunately, I'm sad that I blocked out the emails of my mind, because I missed out on an opportunity to go to a Special Olympics Missouri press conference. I'm still kicking myself about that. I should have been there. Anywho, the feature that's connected to the spoiler-free achievement is the hint system, and I will be showing you that once we're in the game. And since I do have the achievement for spoiler-free, I'm actually free to show you guys in this particular profile, so I am super excited about that. And the other achievements I will actually be showing you in the next video, the achievement video. I am super excited about that because that is going to be a bunch of post-production stuff to it. Yikes. And of course, these 2 are unlocked because I finished the game. There's no way of actually cheating the system. You can't watch the credits and say, I'm done, I've got it, give me that stuff. It doesn't work. I've tried it with the earlier games, I've tried it with the newer games, I've even tried it with a couple of other games that are not Nancy Drew. it doesn't work, except for maybe 1 or 2 games that I've played. I can't remember what they were though. One last thing before we get into the game. Every Nancy Drew game has this feature. When you start a new game, you get 2 detective levels to choose from. One is Amateur Sleuth and the other is Master Sleuth. With Amateur, you get regular puzzles, hints available, detailed task list. With Master Sleuth, you get more challenging puzzles, no hints, basic task list. Now with the earlier games before Ghost of Thornton Hall, basic task list meant no task list whatsoever. Mainly, there would be just one thing on that task list saying, I'm a senior or master detective, I don't need a checklist. You just click on that and you're done for the rest of the game with that checklist, you don't need it. But with this new interface, you actually do get a task list. It's pure and simple, it's basic, it's not as detailed as amateur task list, but there is a task list. I am super excited about this because when I do play Master Sleuth on this channel, I'm going to be actually doing a video by video let's play of Ghost of Thornton Hall. After that, all the games before Ghost of Thornton Hall, those are definitely going to be streams. Because seriously, I cannot do a video by video let's play of those without an actual task list in front of me. Yikes. Okay, so with that in mind, we are actually done catching up on that. Let's go ahead and get into the game. Now, with the hint system, it actually comes with these question marks, which I super love. Now, there's actually 2 ways of the hint system. There's a loading bar with the next hint, and it continues on until it gives you a red box that says, I need a solution. That is basically the last resort of the hint system. It's basically cheating. As much as I love cheating, that is the last resort you want, the solution box. I seriously suggest you try completing the task on your own. It is much more rewarding to do it that way. Otherwise, you're just saying, I admit defeat. I don't want to do this task anymore. Just give me the solution. Just give me the answer. I don't want to do it anymore. I've been in situations like that. I understand. And then there are... Yeah, it's not in this. Okay. And then there are times when there's just one simple basic hint where it doesn't have a second hint to give you to go on to like help you complete the task. Sometimes it's generic, sometimes it's specific enough to help you figure out what you need to do. If you don't understand the hint, it is either because you're either too far behind in the game or too far ahead of the game. So what I suggest is you continue on with the game until you actually understand that hint, then you'll be able to complete that task. Otherwise, you're kind of on your own. So let's actually see what we've got done so far.
Check, check, check. Did that.
Nice. Now the only thing we have left is complete the cave challenge, and that is putting the stage 5 medallion in place. We're not going to do that just yet because I realized we haven't talked to Jamila in a while, and I'm betting she has some information for us. Oi.
Listen, this is important. I know what Sonny's up to.
What?
You found a comic, haven't you?
Pieces?
Of course, pieces. Good. That confirms things.
What are they from?
Sonny's grandfather drew these books for him. There was something to entertain him when he was sick.
Why do they matter now?
Sonny thinks these comics are like maps, clues he needs to follow.
Why?
I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago we talked about the Anunnaki.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I remember.
Ask him. He'll laugh it off. When he does, tell him Jamila says hi. See what happens.
Yeah, we don't ever get to do that actually.
Do you think it's true Sonny hijacked the crew of the show?
Off the record?
Would anyone believe the record?
Fair point.
Heh.
Yes, he did. I told him not to.
Wait, you knew he was hijacking the show?
Sonny and I still work together quite a bit. He trusts me to not trust him. That's in anticipation of your next question.
About why you'd trust Sonny?
I trust Sonny.
That's the one.
Mostly.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if I believe exactly what he believes in, but I do believe he believes it, and I believe in him.
That's a bit circular for my taste.
I
Mine
love
too.
that circular taste.
Nancy, I owe you my loyalty. I know you can keep calm under pressure.
That's what people say before introducing more pressure.
Well, here's some more pressure. I don't know if Sonny's finally lost it. More concerning, though.
More concerning than the show being led by a crazy person?
Nancy.
Sonny doesn't know if he's lost it.
What?
Yeah, what indeed? He doesn't know if he trusts his grandfather. He's here on his grandfather's orders.
To do what?
He won't say.
I kind of already
But
know.
the night before he left, he called me. He was talking a mile a minute. He said he was going to do something there was no turning back from.
Something bad?
Something where people could get hurt. Maybe even die.
You told him to stop, right?
Of course.
And
And that's when things ended up in the frightening territory. He stopped talking. He was on the other end of the phone, just dead quiet.
why was he so upset?
That's what I asked.
And
He said he'd already put the gears in motion as the story demands.
As the story demands. Oh boy.
you said as the story demands. What does that mean?
Wouldn't I like to know?
You didn't ask any follow-up questions?
Please, Nancy. Of course I did. Problem was that the answers were very confusing.
I bet.
Do you remember what he said?
Yes, but he told me stories. That's not how people answer questions.
Sonny does.
What were the stories about?
His grandfather. It didn't make any sense, Nancy. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna save this question for last. Oh my gosh. With that, of course, I'm gonna go backwards.
I keep finding relics. Is that what Sonny is looking for?
Yes,
Well, why not find them himself?
because they're not just hidden. They're hidden in different ways. You're finding pieces that are hidden like clues, no doubt.
Yep.
Everyone else will find their pieces their own way.
What are they for?
Jin believes if we assemble all the relics hidden by the testers, that's what he calls them,
Oh boy.
then we pass the test and they'll come visit again.
Do you believe that?
No, but then again, the pieces are there, and he is finding them.
Yep. Or rather, we are.
What's the story with Sonny and his grandfather?
Jin has spent his life chasing after these big adventures, and it seems that his daughter, Sonny's mum, felt a little left behind. She didn't want him around Sonny when he was younger, didn't want him to get hurt by Jin suddenly taking off.
Okay.
Then one day, Sonny gets sick, really bad. He's in bed for forever. Jin comes to be there for the family, and he tells Sonny these stories, gives him these comics he drew for him. For that year, they're the best of friends.
And then?
Sonny gets better, Jin moves on. Sonny's mum tells him that his grandfather's stories were nice, but they were just stories.
He doesn't believe that?
He does. Until one day, on a whim, he visits one of the locations from the comic.
What does he find?
Well, you'll need to ask him.
Huh.
So, why do you trust Sonny so much?
He's the one who gave me the tip about the final dig site.
He did?
Yes,
That's
he brought
interesting.
you in as well.
What?
That was your test.
I passed, I presume.
Maybe. Remember, Sonny wants you to act as you are, not as you could be.
I don't know if I understand.
I do.
It means that he studied you. He wants you to act as you are. He's not hoping you suddenly become a more special version of yourself. He's building his orchestra. You're an instrument. All of you are. Look at the comic. Look at the people around you.
How did Sonny know who would make it through the competition?
Did you see all the rest of the competition?
Well, not really.
No offense, but it's not shocking who is left over. The deck was stacked in your favor.
Obviously. Wait, is this Hunger Games?
What do you mean by the deck being stacked in our favor?
Sonny wanted all of you to stay through the competition because you all have a certain skill.
So I'm what? The person with the questions?
Or the person who finds the answers.
And
Ah.
Lena?
This I know. She's a linguist and a code breaker. Sonny wants her in case he actually finds something.
Kiri, what's she here for?
I don't know anything about her. Look at what she's good at. Look at Sonny's notes in the comic.
What about
Athletic.
Patrick?
Indeed.
Any clue?
He's my inclusion. Accidentally.
Why?
We met back when I was in the Order.
You did?
He and his team were there for a playoff game of sorts. I found him lost in the desert.
What was he doing?
Naturally, that's what I asked. You know what he said?
What?
I'm lost in the desert. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I can see him saying that.
I asked him if he was worried about being lost. He told me that he had just lost his river, but soon he'd find it again. And he'd follow it where it led.
He's really very calm. It's odd.
Not really odd. It turns out his parents are these gurus of sort. They raised him to join them in their teaching, but he said he felt the world pulling him in another direction.
The middle of a desert?
Apparently, right? I thought it was pretty funny, so I told Sonny about him.
And?
Sonny nearly punched a hole in the sky. He was so excited. Bring him to me. He's the last one. He kept saying that.
When was this?
Right before we met. I imagine that's when his plan started.
Interesting.
What is Jin's obsession with etudes about?
He believes that each major development in humanity is a lesson. We did a great deal of sitting about at first until the first tool was invented, and then that led to agriculture, but also a great deal of bashing each other about the head, and then from that point on we developed newer and more powerful technologies. Jin believes we were visited before each new advancement, and given a lesson to perfect.
That's the etude?
So he says. He believes each life is like that too, that we each have a lesson to perfect. That's the goal, to find your own song and play it perfectly.
Here we go. The whole Anunnaki thing to me. Gosh dang it, Nancy, you got the whole thing when we were playing Tomb of the Lost Queen. Did you not understand any of it?
Explain this whole Anunnaki thing to me.
It's easy, but it's crazy.
Do your worst.
S.P.I.E.D believes that there is a community like the United Nations, but instead of countries, it's planets. Galaxies.
So it's the UN, but more fun.
Less fun.
Yeah.
The Earth is in a very bad way right now.
That does seem to be the main talking point these days.
Because it's true. We need help. We can't go it alone.
I'm pretty sure we can.
Yikes.
As was I. We have everything we need, right? We're smart. We're strong. We adapt.
I sense a...
But. Yes, there is. But we don't know how to work together.
Exactly.
And the Galactic Parliament doesn't like this.
Exactly. But do us both a favor.
Be nicer?
Be realistic.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if any of this is real.
Yes, it does.
Nah.
No, it doesn't. Not if pretending it's true makes the world better.
So do you believe in S.P.I.E.D or not?
Don't push me to say. Watch what I do and you'll see your answer.
Which means you do believe it. Wow!
Does the word etude mean anything to you?
So you know the S.P.I.E.D passphrase. What did you find out?
Passphrase?
Never mind. I'll change it by the time we're off this call. Already done.
All right, beyond the passphrase I just missed the boat on.
I'm so sorry to not include you, but it's not my call.
Aside from that,
What's it mean, right? If you know the word, then you know the story.
I'm afraid that I don't.
It's a teaching tool.
Oh my gosh,
usually
Nancy.
for piano players. But Jin liked the idea that a lesson could exist as art.
I get that, but why does it keep coming up?
Because that's what the Anunnaki are all about.
Becoming better piano players?
Oh my gosh, Nancy.
No, advancing, evolving. Each life is a lesson. Each stage of human development is a lesson. We need to learn, to perfect, to demonstrate.
Demonstrate to whom?
Jin calls them the testers. Supposedly we're being watched by advanced beings.
Aliens?
Aliens, space worms, giant monsters and lab coats, I don't care.
If you don't care, then...
Why belong to S.P.I.E.D?
yeah.
Because I may not believe we're being watched, and frankly I don't care, but it's time for humanity to grow up before we wreck everything.
Agreed.
That's all Sonny wants, in his own way.
Later.
Bye.
I do believe Sonny just listened in on that call. Okay, well... Oh, he's right there.
Hi.
Gosh dang it.
Talk to you later.
So,
See ya.
those arrows... That's basically the fast talk feature. I should have done that example. I didn't do the example. Frick. Well, basically what that feature does is skip the dialogue of either when Nancy is talking or the character she's talking to is talking. Basically gives you the option to play the game without the story, which is nice if you're trying to do a speedrun or if you're just not in the mood to pay attention to the story, which I understand. I've been in that mood a couple times. Several times, actually. But I'm actually just now noticing the time. I probably should stop here, considering I really do want to... You know what? Let's just go ahead and start the cutscene. You know what? Let's start the cutscene. That way, after whatever happens after that, I will stop it, I will pause it, I will freaking save it. I actually do know what will happen once the cutscene is over, and I know what I'm going to do the next time we record. I'm really disappointed that I'm having to cut it short just because I don't want this to be a super long video. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, you better run.
Bess, catch! Did we win?
Carrie's gonna win.
Wait, let's tally the score. And it's a tie. That means sudden death.
What? How is there possibly more? You cheated.
400.
Time to unveil the final test.
It's sudden death. Nancy versus Kiri. Winner take all. Teams must fill containers to match the arrangement shown in the display. Pay close attention to how many of each arrangement must be made, because every time an incorrect container exits the assembly line or you use the reset button, you'll lose 10 points.
Oh boy.
Each player has 5 tries to get each round right. Get it wrong 5 times and you get 0 points for the round. The team who finishes with the most points wins. Are you ready? Get set, go!
Nancy, you got this.
Sounds good, Bess.
Alright, and this is where I'm gonna stop here. I mean, technically the cutscene doesn't end here, but the first part of it does. So, Alright. Save again. Save. Okay. I'm really disappointed that I'm having to cut it here. I really do want to continue it. I forgot how long phone call with Jamila would be, considering I wanted to hit all the points. Because I really wanted everyone to know what the conversation is like with Jamila. Seriously, talking to her is so much fun. And getting all the information from her about S.P.I.E.D and Anunnaki and Sonny Joon and Sonny is just so fascinating. I love it. I guess that means the Sunday video will not be the achievement video. It will actually be the ending video. I guess that means next Tuesday will be the achievement video. I still intend on doing that achievement video because seriously, even though it's going to be a lot of work, I really do want to make sure everyone knows how to get the achievements, especially the friend in need friend. I forgot what it's called. Compassionate award for being a friend to a friend in need. Yeah, so that award is going to be hard to explain, so I actually need to show it, which is definitely going to take some time. It's not just at the beginning of the game, but it's also throughout the game. So, I basically have to record the entire game again if I want to get all of the achievements that are not on the board. This is definitely going to take a while. Oh my gosh, I am getting so overwhelmed just thinking about it right now. Ow, brain fart, brain fog. Brain fog, that's what it is. I'm having brain fog. So, I know I didn't talk much about the book, Real Fake. I probably will in the next video. So with that, I love you all, my beautiful kittens and viewers. I hope I helped you out at least a little bit in this video. If not, I am not doing my job. And I will talk to you all in the next video, which will be the ending of Shattered Medallion. Not the last video, but the ending of Shattered Medallion. I love you all so much, as I keep saying, and goodbye. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button. Make it that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That will notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as Sundays and even Wednesdays, which are late videos, and vlogs, which rarely happen. And I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbit, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! Silence. Dead silence. That is actually what the perfect time to actually choose whatever music I have on my computer and just play it in the background. I love it so much. Oh, and it's back.